Hello everyone. Hello everybody. Hello everybody. Hello everybody. Hello everybody. Fancy seeing you here on the big comfy couch on this fine day. Oh! I can't believe that it's the end of Everyday May. This is officially the final one, and I had to end it on a good note. I feel like I've been blabbing and moping all of my feelings to you guys, so I just wanted to thank you so much for all of the love and being here all month long. It's felt like a really cozy Everyday May. Like, I'm tired. I'm ready to just take a little hot day and just clean the house and get myself together, but it feels like this was so much more calm and so much more like insightful. We had some good chats, still played with makeup. Like, it was just a good time, and thank you guys so much for being here and being engaged and being involved. And I have to be so for real with you, I've been so stressed about filming this video, and I don't know why, because it's all good things, but I have been going back and forth on how I wanted to film this video and talk about this. I couldn't decide. I felt like it needed to be some like big production, but then that would also feel not true to me and like the style and the community that we have here on YouTube. Like, I was just thinking about it for so long. Basically, back in February, after 13 years of having my YouTube channel, we officially hit the 1 million subscriber mark, and that so many feelings hit me. I think I've gone through so many waves of different feelings since that happened. And I just wanted to talk about it because, like, obviously following that moment, I was kind of hit with so many different feelings. And obviously I always want to tell you guys every single feeling that's running through my brain. And so I just wanted to chat with you about it because it was such a crazy thing. First of all, on YouTube, there's only so many thresholds that you could possibly hit. There's only so many of these milestones that are celebrated, like, from YouTube itself. So they have 100,000 subscriber plaque, a 1 million subscriber plaque. I think they have a 10 million and then 100 million. And I think, what is it? It's only like Mr. Beast and someone who has that. It's like you have the silver, the gold, the diamond, and then it's a ruby. I got my 100,000 subscriber plaque back in 2016, like literally 10 years ago. And that was like one of the happiest days of my life. I was like so proud. I was so excited. It was such a fun thing. And in my mind, like, the number really hasn't mattered in the sense that I have still had so much fun. I have still had such an amazing career and have built an amazing community and have had just like so much fun, regardless of what the number has ever been. But for some reason, because the world knows about these thresholds and these like milestone celebrations that YouTube offers, it's always been like an expected thing. It's kind of more so the perception over how the experience has actually been, because there are plenty of people, like I would believe myself included, who would never reach that like 1 million subscriber milestone, and you would still be totally fine. Like, it really doesn't change anything other than like having that moment of recognition. And then just in like the everyday conversations and the public perception, like, you guys would always comment being like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you don't have 1 million subscribers, or oh my gosh, look how close you are to 1 million subscribers, like, you'll get there one day, girl. It was kind of just this like goalpost that I never quite reached. And so even though like I have truly tried to never let it affect me and never make it about numbers, like, you guys know, I mean, I had the little moment recently where I was like, should I just try some clickbait titles? Like, my video titles and thumbnails, like, it's just never, oh my gosh, I don't even tag on the tag options on YouTube. Like, I am so very much a casual creator, and it's always funny to me when I look at the wide web kind of discussing content creators and how to become a content creator and how to grow your channels, and it's like all these things and like trying to work with the algorithm and whatever. And don't get me wrong, like, I certainly try, like, if more than anything, I want my community to be engaged. And when I see it's like, oh, only like 1% of your viewers are watching your videos, I'm always like, okay, well, how can I like re-engage my community? How can I get my viewers to follow? But it was never like a growth thing. I remember the one and only time I went on the trending page on YouTube was when I literally made the title like the end of EDM, hashtag EDM, aka Everyday May. But obviously that had been picked up to go on the trending page for like the end of EDM music, which is so funny. And other than that, we've just been coasting, we've just been chilling over here. And so it's truly been like the most slow, organic growth that has happened. And like, I was so fine with having never reached this moment, but we did, and I'm so grateful, and I can't believe it. And I look at the number and I'm like, wow, that's so crazy to see. And I'm so proud of our little bubble here. And so I just wanted to kind of like celebrate this moment with you, because again, there's only so many celebrations or like milestones that are acknowledged from YouTube. And so if this is going to be like the one other milestone that I have in my life and career on YouTube, like certainly then it should be celebrated, and I want to talk about it. So I have been positively giddy, but I thought it would just be cute to do this for the final day of Everyday May instead of just, you know, vlogging another morning. And making my other cup. Not that we don't love it, but don't worry, you'll be seeing plenty of that. But I thought this would be kind of cute and an extra special way to just wrap up the month of, you know, again, like those of you who are here and engaged in my channel and watching and commenting and part of the community, like you guys are the ones who are locked in for Everyday May. So it seemed fitting to include this video at this time. So I thought it would just be fun to like go through memory lane on YouTube and kind of just go through some old things and just chat about a few of like the big moments and kind of like my little history on YouTube, just in case any of you are new here. I know that so many of you have been here since day one, which is like mind-blowing to me, and knowing that we've like literally all grown up together, and it's so crazy. And knowing that like my entire life as I know it has been documented and spent with you guys here on YouTube. And it's such a crazy thing because so many people, so many of my friends and family like are not in the internet world at all. They're like, they don't watch content creators. They don't know. Anytime I'm like, oh my gosh, do you follow this blogger? Or do you follow this influencer? They're always like, no, like we have no idea what you're talking about. So it's so crazy because like I have my personal life obviously, but at the same time for me, like YouTube is my life. And so sometimes when like my friends and family have no idea what I'm talking about, it's a really bizarre thing, because I'm like, I don't know who I am without YouTube. Like YouTube is my entire life, and my entire life has been documented. So like arguably you guys, I am so much closer to you guys and so much more involved with you than any other part of my life. Like it's kind of crazy thing to think about. So even when I think about like my wedding day,
My sweet internet family get ready with me on my wedding day.
I sat down and I turned the camera on and I got ready with you guys, because that is what felt right. That it was like, oh, this is what I do. I like talk to my YouTube fam. And so yeah, it's a crazy thing, and I'm endlessly grateful. And I thought it'd be fun to kind of chat through the how and why, how the YouTube world came to be. So I was always a watcher of YouTube, always a fan. Obviously I was, you know, I used to watch like all the kind of comedy stuff, but definitely started watching like beauty YouTube when I got to university, and it was just like a fast love. I started university in 2011, and I had gone into engineering, failed so badly, like literally received a required to withdraw letter. It was so bad. And then I ended up doing a little jump into communications, and I just felt like at the time I felt so lost, so bored. Like I felt like my entire identity at that point in my life like had been, I have to be an engineer, I have to be successful at this, or I'm going to fail and do nothing. And so I was really like in this very low point in my sweet young life. I look back and I'm like, you were 18, you're fine. Anyway, I was basically just trying to figure it out and creating videos and like playing with makeup. That was something I always enjoyed growing up and in high school, and it just felt like the natural thing. I was like, I love this. I love watching YouTube videos. I loved like blog loving. I loved reading blogs. I'm like, I feel like I could do this. I want to do this. And so I had started my channel and my blog in 2013, at the start of 2013. And I remember I couldn't figure out what I wanted to name it. At the time, no one was like putting their last names. Like I would have never just put Alana Davison as a username for whatever reason. Everyone had some funky things. And I remember calling my mom and being like, Mom, I want to start a blog today. Can you help me name it? What should I name it? And she's like, you know, I always liked that band Bananarama. What if you did Alanarama? And so I was like, yeah, Mom, that's perfect. Thank you so much. So my mom 100% named my YouTube channel and my blog at the time. And I remember typing in Alanarama with one A, and it was taken. And you would think that logically I would have looked at that and being like, oh, I must find another name. No, I added another A at the end, which is so funny. And that's the swift tale of my name. It is based on my mom's reference to the band Bananarama, and added an extra A, and it's forever been the bane of my existence, because if like a brand reaches out or PR or someone, if they don't know me, they don't know that that's not my last name. And so I'm forever like Alana Rama. And like even when I'm talking about, it's like, oh, what's your YouTube channel? I'm like Alana Rama. Yeah, it sticks with you, which is hilarious. And I just had such a hoot. I had so much fun. It was totally an outlet for funsies, hobby. I just like was getting so into makeup. I did that for about like a year and a half. And then I had started working at MAC because I was just like so into it. I applied for a job at MAC, was just all in it, like was obsessed with makeup. That was like the height of beauty YouTube. And we all just had so much fun. And it was just like, also at the time where so many new products were coming out, it would be like, what is going to be dropped? What is the next new product going to be? And we were just like, I was constantly writing notes, watching all the OG beauty gurus. Like it was just such a happy time. And I remember there was Generation Beauties and Ipsy and like, oh, it was those were like the heydays, like the very innocent, like fun days of beauty. And it just felt like such an amazing community. And I very explicitly remember doing a 10,000 subscriber giveaway. In the giveaway, I did the little Naked Basics palette, like so cute. Oh, I love that. And then shortly after that, one of the like, again, OG creators, keep in mind, like I was doing this all for fun, just like uploading so many videos. I really sadly deleted so many of my original videos from 2013 and 2014. I have a few. I wish I had just privated them. I really wish I could go back and be like, no, I wish I had kept those. I don't know why I deleted things. It's such a silly thing, but I was in communications at the time and it was like your internet footprint, and I was like, oh, I need to delete it. It was sad. I wish I hadn't. I wish I had just privated them, but I do have like my first video I ever uploaded, which was on a cell phone, by the way, and then a few sprinklings of some vids. But during that time, Kathleen Lights had shouted me out as like a recommended YouTube channel to follow. And I remember like I was sobbing. I was so grateful and excited. Like she was such a huge creator at the time, such an OG in the space. And I was like, I can't believe she like shouted me out in my wee little channel over here. And I remember like overnight, I went from like 10,000 subscribers to like 26,000 subscribers. Like it was such a crazy instant thing. And she is really probably like, I have no idea what my life would have been had she not given me that shout out that day, which is so crazy. So dear Kathleen, shout out to you, girl, like an OG in the space forever. Yeah, and I just continued kind of trucking on, and it's one of those things where you look back at those old vids and you're like, well, that is so cringy, but it was just so much fun. And it was a pretty like gradual growth after that, I suppose, and going into 2016, like from 2013, 2014, 2015, going into 2016, like it was all really just like all for funsies. And then I got my 100,000 subscriber plaque. And at the time I'm still in university in Calgary, and Calgary was actually like as a city and as a community, they really celebrate the local people. I think at the time like bloggers were really big and really celebrated by local businesses and businesses in the community, and that was really cool. I remember feeling like very much a part of this community, and that was fun. And that was really when I started like going to events. And some of the earlier things I did, like I hosted a couple segments of breakfast television with Nordstrom, which was like such a crazy, scary experience for me. I remember going to like the Coach store event at Chinook Mall and being like, oh my God, this is everything. We got to like play dress up with the clothes. That was so crazy. And one of my like earlier brand supporters was actually Lancome, and they had wanted to host a meetup at Hudson's Bay at Chinook Mall, and they did, and they went and like made signs. I certainly don't have any photos of this, which is so sad. I have no like reference of this, but they set up this whole big meet and greet thing, and I was going to be there at the Lancome counter and like be there to give away like a free gift with purchase, whatever, and not a single person came. Not a single person. And it was so, oh my gosh, I remember just being so mortified and like so grateful that Lancome had given me that opportunity, but also like probably have PTSD for events forever from that. But of course, like it was such a small creator. Like I laugh so hard thinking about that now, but it was like I was so grateful for the opportunity. I'm like, you want me to like be here and host a meetup? Like absolutely, Lancome, I love you so much. So that was such a crazy time. Such a, you know, like really so many things happened that year, and it was this really formative year in my kind of YouTube world. And even this year in 2026, like posting that 2016 throwback, that was a really crazy thing to look back on. And then by the end of 2016, I had graduated university, and then just at the start of 2017, I moved back home. This is my door. Let's take a look inside of my empty apartment. Hello. It's got all the crown molding. It's super old. It has the original floors. When was this built? Like the 1920 or 30 or something? Yeah. And that kind of just like opened up the next chapter of my life. Like that was the first time that I had moved into my own apartment as an adult. That was the first time that I had like quit my serving job. I had quit working at Mac, and I was, as of the start of 2017, like when I moved back home, that was the first time I had done YouTube full time. That was my full-time job. It was crazy. I left university, left everything, and it was like, all right, we're rocking and rolling with the YouTube. And obviously like those kind of I would say like a year and a half, 2 years where between those apartments, I had moved into this like really old, cute building here in Vancouver, but like the construction noise was awful. I had to leave swiftly after that, but that was also when I got my single girl cat. Okay, Meryl came into my life.
Are you ready for your new home, Meryl?
That year, March of 2017, and became a shining star and feature on my YouTube channel and a huge part of the YouTube fam, my sweet little old girl. Those were just like some of my most fond memories. I had so much fun. I started going on my first brand trips those years. One of the first big trips I went on was to Coachella with Kiehl's, which was insane. And I remember like, oh my God, filming that lookbook and being so proud of it. I was like, I am a Coachella girly. Oh, it's so funny to look back on. My style was horrific. We have grown so much since then, but just, yeah, like really just had so much fun just being like a little girly pop in my cutie little apartment, and had so many memories with like my old YouTube pals, like that year with like Sam and Jamie. You guys used to call us the Holy Trinity. It was we just had so much fun. I remember I went on a trip with Kaylin Nicholson, and that's where I got my little fart cloud tattoo on our cutie little trip to Paris. And then we had gone to Scotland, and like Jamie Genevieve hosted us, and we had the best little day with her. And there's just like, oh man. I went on my first solo trip to London and went and met up with all my UK pals like Anna, Lily. I had filmed a video with Estee. I remember like hooing myself when I went and knocked on her door. Like that was such a that was actually like, whenever people talk about like meeting their idols, like when I met Estee, I was like, I had an out-of-body experience. I almost fainted. It was such an insane thing. Going to Brighton and seeing Susie, and like all of these vlogs are there, and like, you know, again, everything is documented, which is so wild. And that year I had also signed with my first agency. It was like so official, and like they were taking care of my brand deals and whatnot, and that's the first time that I had met Vanessa. We just like had so many years. And then also during this time going into 2018, that's where Dan and I reconnected. And you know, Dan is like part of my high school group of friends, and it's also so crazy because there's also that vlog, which I too like to go back and watch sometimes, because I'm like, oh, I'm just going for lunch with my friend Dan. And actually on that trip to London, to the UK, that is also all vlogged, he had actually given me a book to read while I went there, and that was kind of the start of our little, I was like, oh my gosh, are we gonna be more than friends? And then by 2018, he was like my little secret. We posted the Tulum vlog, and that was kind of my hard launch of the Dan relationship. And then like after that, we had gone on a big trip with Fresh Beauty to New York, and that was the first time he'd come along with me. And it's actually crazy now when I think about the timeline, because I think we started like officially dating in like February or March of 2018, and by September of that year, we are in Toronto. We had moved to Toronto together, which is kind of crazy. We were also like 24 at the time, just sweet young babies, just having a hoot hollering of a time. And like the kind of Toronto chapter of our life started, and that was so wild. We had so much fun in those couple of years. I'd say like if you talk about like peak years of someone's career, or like the golden days, the golden age, like 2018 and 2019 were like two of the biggest, craziest, travel heavy, like wildest years of my life. We had so much fun being in Toronto. I feel like that was kind of like my peak influencer years, if you will, or like just doing the most as a content creator. We have so many memories, so many trips that we did, so much travel, so many brand partnerships that I'm like so incredibly proud of. And also just like learning and growing together as a couple. Like what a crazy time. And then obviously after that, the COVID of it all happened, the lockdown happened. I remember feeling like really, like I really didn't know what to do with myself. I felt so lost. I was like, oh my gosh, is my life over? Like, what do I do now? I remember feeling like so guilty about like continuing to work and continuing to upload videos, but I'm like, it was trying to navigate that in a positive way on the internet was definitely an interesting thing. That was so crazy. And then during that time, Dan and I got engaged, and never forget like my very, very sly engagement announcement, might I add. I could have like really banked on that. I could have got some engagement and like done a whole shoot and everything, but we really, again, just wanted to keep it like so true to us and like true to what I post on the internet, and trying to be as like normal as possible. It's like, well, we didn't do any big crazy thing, and we just posted our cutie little fam Christmas photo, and I was like, and my fiance. And again, also vlogged this on YouTube, which is so crazy. And then yeah, after that pretty much it closed our Toronto chapter, which is so crazy. We just like have, again, so many memories. We met so many amazing people, so many friends who continue to be like some of our greatest friends today. We met during that time in Toronto, and it's like such a huge part of our life, and it was such a huge chapter of like my life and my career, and also me and Dan's relationship. Like that is where we like, that's kind of where everything started for us, I guess, in my mind. And then, you know, we moved back home, moved into this house, and even thinking about that now, I'm like, how was that 5 years ago? Like, what do you mean? This is so crazy. And it's just, you know, we've just continued to like live life together and go through all of our different phases, and it's just been us here, just us in the vlog cam, and we're just hanging out and doing life together and going through all of the weird phases of life and trying to feel more fabulous and learning more about ourselves and the human experience, and just continuing to grow up together. And like, you know, this has been the longest like chapter that I've had on YouTube in terms of like being in one place and seeing what life brings, and like, you know, learning about the program and like entering a whole new world and space of life too, that has completely like changed my life and changed my content and changed how I talk about things. And it's just like, who knows what's gonna be next. But this chapter in our life, like, it's been amazing. I have no idea what's coming next. I have no idea what will be next in the YouTube and the content creator space, but I just know that like thus far we have been doing it all together. And then, oh my God, just like, you know, taking a moment, like it's kind of nice to like take a moment to reflect and to look back on everything and kind of look back on life and everything that's happened and everything that you've done, and like the amount of like, I know the amount of like work and love that I have poured into my online community, and you guys have given that back to me a millionfold over and over again. And just to, I don't know, it's so silly, like, you know, you don't need an object to legitimize it. Like, it was there, you guys were there anyway, but I've been saving this. I haven't opened it yet, but it was just one of those little kind of like pat on the back moment, just like a little token of appreciation, I guess, or, you know, just that moment of recognition that's nice. Like, you don't need awards, you don't need plaques, you don't need anything, but it's nice. It's nice to see. Yeah. Thought we could unbox it together. Here's my YouTube haul. In true beauty guru, content creator, YouTube fashion.
To honor this milestone, we're proud to present you with the Gold Creator Award. We hope this special recognition will remind you how much you mean to so many. Every day you're redefining how content is created and watched, one voice and one video at a time. There it is. You know what? You actually, like, for this, it was actually really funny because I didn't put Alana Rem on here, which maybe some of you will be like, what the heck? But you had the option to put what name would be written on the plaque. So I did put Alana Davison. But here it is. Here is our little gold plaque. It's so crazy. Meow! Thank you. 1 million thank yous forever to my YouTube fam, who I love you so much, and you will never know how much you have changed my life and continue to change my life every single day. I've now composed myself. I was shedding some wee tears today. Oh boy. Listen, this was, again, I mentioned at the start, I was really stressing about this video because how can you possibly compile, you know, 13 years of documented video footage into one video? I just thought it would be fun to kind of take a trip down memory lane and look at the start and the beginning of my YouTube channel and kind of those earlier years, and just talk about the beginnings and just kind of show the journey. And it's just, yeah, it's so crazy. I'm so grateful for all of you and the time that we've had here together, and I'm so grateful for this and our beautiful community. And I know that it's, you know, it's the end of Everyday May, and we've done our cutie little bundles of favorite things for the Everyday May giveaways, but I thought that we could just do a few little extra special treats and do some additional giveaways for today's video, just in true Everyday May fashion. So I tried to
you know, just pick a couple of my favorite things. So we're going to be choosing 3 different giveaway winners. And the first being, like, just in case anyone wanted to start their own content creator journey, or, you know, just wants a fresh new phone. If you're on the iPhone train, picked up a fresh, gorgeous little iPhone 17 Pro for one of you. And so much of my YouTube life is taken on my phone, and this is like everything and such a core part of all the content that I post. So this felt very fitting and kind of like an extra special gift. Also, you guys know I'm very passionate about my jewelry, and jewelry is kind of, you know, it's personal to everyone. And when it comes to like rings and things and sizes, like it's kind of hard to pick something that would work for everyone. But obviously, like, I've gone on and on and on about my ideal earrings. And so I thought, well, it would be so fitting to pick up a pair of diamond studs for you. So this is the gorgeous little ideal box. I don't want to like open the tissue paper, but just know the pair of diamond studs is in there. So I was so thrilled to pick a pair of these up and be able to share some diamond love with you. It just feels like so extra special and fancy. And then another one of my like most favorite kind of luxurious everyday bags that I love to use is my By Milliner gorgeous tote. But I actually have the extra big jumbo size, and for every day sometimes it's too big, so they have like one size down, and this is like the size that I wish I had, so I picked this one up for you. This is the same blue that I have, the suede tote bag, and it's one of my most like commented on and complimented bags on my YouTube channel. So this is the bag here. Sorry, it's looking really beautiful in its plastic bag, but yeah, I just thought that this could be a perfect addition to one of your everyday bag collections, and it's such a gorgeous piece. The leather, like the quality is just unreal. The color is amazing. And again, I always love to try and give away things that are like practical and usable, and you know, the pieces that I kind of constantly show on my YouTube channel and in my videos. So when I was thinking about, you know, a few things that we could give away that would maybe, you know, brighten your day and add to your everyday fabulousness collection, these were a few of the things that came to mind. So we're gonna pick 3 individual winners. Someone's gonna get the bag, someone's gonna get the earrings, someone's gonna get the phone. We tried to keep them all kind of equal footing on value and price value. And this is just a little way I wanted to say thank you today. So a little treat. You guys, truly, I don't have any more words to say. I could go on and on and on. I wish I could do an endless compilation of like all of the memories together, all of the meetups that we've done, all the moments that we've had. Like it's crazy, and I'm so lucky. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for sharing in this moment with me, and thank you for spending your precious minutes, hours, and days with me, and time with me here on YouTube. Meryl would also like to say toodaloo, Meryl. Also, just in case you're wondering, back in the Periscope days, I do believe that I had unboxed Meryl. I brought Meryl home on Periscope, so I don't actually have any footage of that moment. You guys know she's here, and you know she loves you deeply. So with love from me and Meryl and Dan, who puts endless love and hours and hours and hours and all the fun into the videos. He is the, you know, whenever I say we, it's us, and he's here behind the scenes. And so to all of us, thank you for a wonderful, wonderful everyday May. Happy 10 years. Happy 1 million. I love you all so much, and I will see you all very, very soon for a new video. Bye!